Estamos en el rastro, el flea market más grande. The flea market goes all the way down a huge hill, and then it breaks off some places. We're here for 2 hours. Compré un abanico. Este es el hombre que está en el video, mi vida loca. Ok, señor, estás en el video, mi vida loca. ¿Y cómo se llama?
Yo me llamo Manuel Manceras.
¿Y vendes joyerías?
Sí, yo vendo todo lo que una reina necesita. Cuando una reina necesita una corona, pues yo estoy aquí para vendérsela.
Hola, algunas personas en este grupo, en nuestro grupo, compró algo de supermercado y le dieron pan gratis sin cobrar. No puedo hablar. Y así que Profe Larson y yo fuimos a comprar algo, a recibir pan, pero no recibimos pan. Pero está bien, estamos compartiendo. Y ella compró...
Un amigo de Joaquín dice, una ciudad es una cuenta que necesita leer por pie, right? Something like a city is a book that needs to be read by foot. We're in Old Madrid now, and you can tell Old Madrid by the street signs. The newer part of Madrid has flags with street names, but the older part has tiles, and it kind of says, it gives a little bit of history about this street. So we're in the older part.
Plaza de la Villa, because this building back here, it used to be our city hall, which is not anymore.
This used to be the city hall.
Inside, we're going to have a museum dedicated to the city hall. This guy, nothing related to the city hall anyway, Álvaro de Baltar. His grandfather actually was a servant of the Catholic kings. And he was a fighter, he was a captain controlling the Spanish troops. He was a captain of one of the fleets that was fighting the Turks. That time we say the Ottoman Empire, remember that? In fact, in that battle, Lepanto's battle, Miguel de Cervantes Saavedra, the one who wrote Don Quixote, was in that battle, and he damaged his arm. That's the reason why we also call him El Manco de Lepanto. Manco means someone that either doesn't have an arm or he can't use it properly. That is a manco. So we, Spanish people, call Miguel de Cervantes El Manco de Lepanto because he participated in that battle, and we won that battle, so we stopped the Turks coming to the western part of the continent.
Check out these narrow streets.
The last
old part of Madrid.
favor I'm asking you. Okay?
Here's the oldest restaurant maybe in Europe, and the display they have how the restaurant used to be. It's really expensive. There's like a big church service celebrating the Patron de Madrid, Madrileñas. They were just singing. It's kind of crazy with all the construction stuff. They just finished singing. There was a big service for today's a holiday. So the Patron de Madrid, la Patron Madrileña.
I don't know where Joaquin went.
In the Plaza Mayor. There's a lot of construction going on.
Videoing or are you taping? Same thing. Están cantando porque es una feriada, ¿no? ¿Feriado? Un feriado. Y it's like this holiday of this special saint, this special virgin, and they just had a parade, and then they were just singing for like 10 minutes afterwards. It was really weird, but kind of cool.
Statue of Madrid is the bear and the strawberry tree. El oso y la something. There's really no such thing as a strawberry tree, so I don't remember what that word is in Spanish.
Lo que puedan, cualquier cosita, tengo también a la venta un disco, cualquier cosita. Llévese un disquito.
And this plaque is where there's a big deal in New Year's Eve. This plaza is just packed with people. They count down till midnight, and then at the stroke of midnight, you eat 12 grapes, one at each strike of the clock for good luck for the year. It's a tradition. And then their celebration actually starts at midnight. We celebrate New Year's Eve leading up to midnight, and they start celebrating at midnight. And the Christmas tree that they're building for Christmas. When I was in Madrid last time, they were actually constructing the sign that's above the building, and now it's complete. And there's the bear and the strawberry pt tree, famous statue of Madrid. Okay, and then scrolling over to Pons and Company. That's where I just bought some onion rings for €1 so that I could use the bathroom. And just down the street. And here's the Apple store.
So here we are on the bus going to Toledo, which used to be the capital of Spain. And it was pretty interesting. They talked about how Madrid used to be Maharit, used to be the Muslim capital. Toledo, this used to be the Christian capital until one of the kings of Spain moved it to Madrid. So it's really interesting because it's like this city stopped developing really into a modern city, and Madrid did develop into a modern city. So they just kept telling us going to this city and visiting the city is like stepping back in time, going into medieval times. Like the streets are just all windy and it's all cobblestone. It's very old fashioned. It's very beautiful.
I just drove through here, and there's basically no room on either side. It's like squish against the building. Narrow road. Sometimes we need the security area, so this has like a sidewalk blocked off. So no cars will hit you, Prope.
Look the connection in between the cathedral and this huge palace. Again from Texas. Why? Only one man living. Who? The Archbishop of Toledo. And the Archbishop of Toledo, since the 6th century, is the primus inter pares, is the first one in between the equals in Spain. Then his cathedral as well is the main one, because he's the main Archbishop. Nowadays, lasted to make the skeleton 267 years. Inside the window here, inside the room where they keep the Holy Host, the communion.
The cathedral painting about it goes outside these walls, but I can't take pictures of that. Cathedral something.
And if I tell you Charleston Heston, what do you believe? Charlton Heston, like we think is Moses, made a film as well called El Cid. That's why I said this. Because they've been replaced 200 years ago by the Napoleon troops. This building was blown up. Can you see the different color of the stone? And later on they replaced the original chains. And they are coffins. And now
Across the bridge, this is from the built in the 14th century. And I think Fernando was saying that this bridge, while you're on the bridge, whatever the name is, like you're contemplating the right now, not thinking about the future, not thinking about the past, just what's happening right now.
Then the artisan inlays 24-karat gold, only real gold, or silver, for example, thread into the grooves to make the decoration by freehand.
Yeah, how cool is that? Soccer ball shaped Cheetos. And I think Profe already got a picture, but
Pelotaza, futebola.
fun. And also, if you're traveling to Europe, make sure you have a converter and adapter, not just an adapter. I left part of my converter at home, just using an adapter, and I burned up my curling iron so much that the top plastic piece just totally melted off, and you can see that my curling iron is burned, and it was smoking pretty good. So yeah, don't do that. Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Son las 2 de la mañana. Estoy muy cansada. Tengo mis pijamas.
Yo no estoy llevando mi ropa
Yeah.
normal.
Ella está muy joven. Yo estoy muy vieja. Okay, so hay preguntas de la clase de Profe Lorenz, right? You guys asked some questions. Profe Lorenz's class asked some questions. And we've got some answers. Bilbo Baggins writes in and asks, ¿Cuál era el mejor parte de Madrid?
Oh, what was the best part of Madrid? For me, it's really hard to pick because there were a lot of really cool things.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think either the soccer game Real Madrid or the tour of the Royal Palace.
Very good.
Those were like...
Yes. I love visiting the old city of Toledo, so much history there. I love the Plaza Mayor. It's under construction right now, and it wasn't very nice, not really a place to hang out in, so I was kind of disappointed about that. But we did go to the Sunday flea market El Rastro, which is something I haven't done before, and I was very excited about that, to go to the Sunday morning flea market. And then my highlight was, those of you that have seen me Vida Loca, remember the guy? Is like in episode 4 or so, when you buy a bracelet for Merche, and you've got a choice of 3 different bracelets. The man that sells it to you, I met him. He was there. I was so excited.
¿Cuál es una comida muy popular en España?
I think we got a couple favorites. Una muy popular is tortilla española, and I think you guys know that tortillas in Mexico are very different from a tortilla in Spain. In Spain, the tortilla is maybe like an inch or so thick. It's made with potatoes and eggs, salt and pepper, olive oil. It's delicious.
We have it for breakfast, like cold in our hotel, and then you have it for tapas. We've had it like at least once or twice every day.
We
at
made
different
it. You
restaurants.
guys saw us make them.
Yes, in the video we made it, and it was fabulous. So
It's super good.
and we have a recipe now, so you can make it too.
And I didn't even know that. I honestly didn't know the difference between the Mexican
Oh,
tortilla
yeah.
and this tortilla until I came here. So I was educated.
Emma Bram will ask, ¿es caliente o frío en Madrid?
Hace ahora no hace calor ni frío. So like now it's not really hot or cold. It's probably about the same, honestly, as back home.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be my
It's
answer.
milder though, like all their flowers are still out. The geraniums, the flowers are beautiful, so they haven't had like the really cold weather like we have had. So I just thought that was interesting. Otra pregunta. ¿Qué hora es en Madrid? And you can see here the time difference. So like right now it's 2 o'clock in the morning here. So that would be what? What time is it in Indiana? Could you guys see? It's like 8 o'clock your time at night.
So we are making this 8 p.m. Sunday night for you, but it's like the middle of the night for us. Okay. ¿Por qué estás muy emocionada estar en Madrid?
So you guys,
And that was asked by Pepe.
and actually a lot. So I know we're giving credit to a few people,
Lucia.
but there were lots of you guys asking some of these questions. So sorry I didn't write down all the creds. But yeah, I know you guys are wondering, Lorenz, Profe, why are you so crazy about Madrid? Why are you so excited about Madrid?
Me?
Yeah, they were asking you, right? Because you're like so excited about
Oh.
it. I mean, I am too.
Because I've never been to Europe before. This is crazy. I've been to Mexico. I've been to Panama. I've been to Buenos Aires, Argentina, of course. But I've never been to Europe. I've never been to Spain. It was so exciting to see like where the country where Spanish originated.
¿Cómo son la gente? Abby, you asked that one, and so did some other people.
I think they're nice. They're like super nice. Okay. You did not see this in the video. You saw that I went to the Real Madrid game, but in the game, I sat next to this old man who was just the most precious thing. I started asking him some questions, number one, because I wanted to practice my Spanish. Number two, because I really wanted to know what the people were cheering, because I couldn't understand them. They're like, ah, I don't know, they're all just talking at once, and it's kind of hard to hear in the stadium, and so I like asked him in Spanish. I'm like, excuse me, sir, like, do you know what they're saying? And he was like, yeah, and he was like telling me, and at first he was kind of like, just like, who are you and why are you talking to me? But then he like warmed up and was so nice, and he like pointed out that we were sitting really close to Ronaldo. What's his first name? Cristiano?
Cristiano.
Yeah, that we were sitting right next to his mom, and he was like, yeah, she knows some of us because we're locals, and he like just started warming up to us, and he was like, where are you from? Like, da-da-da. It was so cool. He was so personable, and he was like, at the end of the game, he like shook our hands before he left and was like, it was so nice to meet you, and I'm so glad you love my country. Like, I feel like people here, what I noticed is that if the group that we were with, some of them didn't speak Spanish, and like the louder the group was, Americans stereotypically can be very like obnoxious, I guess.
And we're just self-absorbed. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like the more like humble you are, and if you approach things from like, hey, I'm like here to enjoy your country, which is beautiful, and like, I don't know, then the more the people are going to be nice to you. So like, not everyone's just gonna come up to you and be like, hey, you're an American, welcome to Spain. But if you like kind of build a relationship, then I think they're friendly. That was a long answer, but
I was gonna say one thing. I mean, because there is a danger. We're in a big city, and this happens in all big cities all over the world. There's a lot of pickpocketers in Madrid, so you have to be careful with your money. You know, keeping your purse closed, and even if it's zipped, and it's like they joke about how pickpocketers go to the university because they are so tricky. You don't even know what's happened, and even the people that lived here in Madrid say, you know, they take things and you never know what happened. They're so sly, and they work in groups. But the thing is like, they'll take your money, but people don't get beat up here. The violence isn't here. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, if you lose some money, okay, you lost some money. You know what I mean? But But as far as like the bad people that take the money, it seems like crime is pretty much limited. And I wouldn't say like totally, but a lot of the crime is just limited to pickpocket. Like this one, you're like, ¿qué haces ahí? Like, what are you guys doing in Spain?
We just answered with our video.
Okay.
This is the end of our video.
Oh,
you
good.
just
know.
saw all the things we did. What does that mean? ¿Qué haces ahí en España?
Yeah, like what are you doing there in Spain?
What are you doing there in Spain? You already know. You just saw it.
Cool. So that was already been answered. So we're good. We're done. Adios. Buenas noches.
See you martes. El martes dormimos, nos vemos. We should say something Spanishy to them to end it.
Okay, what?
So we learned this in the restaurant.
Oh.
Like if you're toasting someone, then you go arriba, abajo, adentro. No, al centro, adentro. Like
I couldn't remember it.
so, up, down, to the center,
and inside.
inside. Let's do it.
Okay, otra vez.
Okay,
Arriba, abajo, al centro, adentro. Adios.